Hello traders, hope you're doing well. Welcome to my video on the Donchian Channel's EA, which I've developed for the MetaTrader platforms. It's free to download and use as you please. You can see the link in the description below. And in this video, I'm just going to run through the Expert Advisor, the various settings and ways in which it can be used. Okay, so you can see here I have my MT4 trading platform open. I've got the Donchian Channel EA loaded here in the strategy tester window. This is a backtest you can see on the chart now, which I had run previously. You can see the indicator there. Just remove the grid. You can see the Donchian Channel's indicator and the EA taking the buy trades when price falls below the Donchian Channel and sell trades when it goes above. The EA does actually have the option to trade either reversals or breakouts, so you could sell when price breaks below the channel or buy when price breaks above, or trade the reversals, which would be to sell when price goes above and buy when price goes below. Okay, so if we just go to the expert properties here, I'm just going to run through the various settings and different things that you can customize within the EA. So first you have the expert name. This is the name that will be displayed in the comments in your trading history. Have pop-up alerts. If you set this to true, the EA will send you a pop-up alert when it finds a trading signal. So this helps if you want to track multiple charts at the same time, perhaps follow different instruments and different time frames. You could just receive an alert. You know, the price has had a breakout on the euro dollar 1 hour chart, for example. Then you can just switch to the relevant chart. It saves you from chart watching all the time. Email alerts is the same as is SMS alerts. These will just send you the alerts via email or via SMS, which is handy if you're away from your platform. Perhaps you're out and about, you're on your sofa, just away from your machine, and you want to keep track of potential opportunities. These alert signals come in handy. So use trading. If you have use trading set to true, the EA can actually place the trade and manage it for you with the option to trade short and trade long, which can be set to true or false. You can combine these, so you can have alerts and use trading set to true. So you could have, say, email alerts and use trading set to true. Therefore, the EA will place a trade and you receive an email alert, and you can quickly fire up your platform, have a look, see if you want to adjust the stop loss, take profit, or just manage the trade, confirm the position. There's many different ways in which the EA can be used. Just make sure you use it in a way that is suitable for your own trading style. Okay, you can use it in a semi-automated manner, which would be my preference. So for example, I could be looking to enter long into an uptrend, and then I only want to receive long alerts. So I just set trade short to false, trade long I'll leave to true. I'd probably set use trading to false, and then just have email alerts on, so I can receive an email. Okay, the price is broken out on the upper Donchian channel. And then I can open up the platform, take a look at the chart, and decide if I want to take a position or not. Okay, so it's flexible in that sense. Days filter here is self-explanatory. That's the days of the week the EA can trade. Hours filter, again, self-explanatory. These are GMT hours. You can customize accordingly. Perhaps there's a specific trading session you'd like to trade. If you're taking reversals, for example, you might just set this to the Asian session and trade when there's less volatility on the euro dollar, for example, or any other currency pair or trading instrument that you wish. You can use this on Forex, crypto, stocks, commodities, anything else that you prefer. So magic number, so this is the order ID. Okay, so this is just useful if you're running multiple different EAs on the same platform. You don't want them to clash. Broker settings, again, self-explanatory. You've got the maximum spread and maximum slippage. The EA will not take any trades if the spread or slippage is greater than these values, which are in pips. This is helpful to avoid unfavorable market conditions. Open orders limit. This is the maximum number of open buy and or sell trades the EA can have open at any time. Okay, lots. So if you have user set to false here, the EA will take a position size based on the lots you have set here in the lots field. Alternatively, if you have user set to true, you can set the risk percent you'd like to take per trade in the risk percent field. In this instant, that would be 2%. Okay. Stop loss, self-explanatory. You can just put the stop loss and take profit on your orders. And close opposite signal, you can set to true or false. This will basically mean that if there's a signal to take a buy trade and you have a sell trade open, the sell trade would be closed. If there's a signal to take a sell trade and you have a buy trade open, then the buy trade would be closed. I think I got that the right way around. This is handy because let's just say if you look on the chart here, so I was running this without a stop loss or take profit just to show you that if you have close on opposite signal set to true, you can see there was a buy trade when the price broke below the Donchian channel there, which was closed when price broke above, and a sell trade was then taken. The sell trade was taken and then closed when price broke below again, and so on and so forth. You can see there, that's just closing on opposite signal. Okay, so you can set that to true or false. Bear in mind, if you have it set to false, you could end up with buy and sell trades even at the same time, which, you know, could be a problem depending on if your broker allows hedging or not. Break even and trailing stop. So this is handy if you want to perhaps maximize positions as much as possible. Sometimes I'll just have the take profit set to something really high and then have a break even, so just lock in the trade, I don't know, 50 pips in your favor. You will move the stop loss to break even. Then if you have used the trail, so use the trailing stop set to true, you can trail the price by, say, 50 pips as well. So every 50 pips your stop loss will be moved 50 pips in your favor, which is just good if there's a big move and you want to try and capitalize and capture as much of it as possible without getting taken out too prematurely. You can trail the price. Okay, so they can be set to true or false. Close percent, this is a percentage of the trade to close each time the trailing gap distance is reached. And the minimum lot to close is the EA will stop closing the position once you only have that much of the position left. Okay, so this is a nitty-gritty, which is the entry strategy and exit if you have close opposite signals set to true. So you can trade, as I said, reversals or breakouts of the channel, and you can choose the time frame. So, and if any time frame basically available in the platform, and the period as well for the indicator. So if we just click on the indicator here, you can choose the bars, and that will be reflected in the EA for its trading. If you want it longer, shorter, you can experiment with that. So as I said, fully customizable, completely free to use. I'm just going to run through now a quick optimization. So if you're not aware, optimization is when you combine various settings to try and find a good set of inputs. So we go back to the expert properties. Let me just run through this window here, strategy tester. You probably know already, but just in case, the symbol, you can choose your symbol here. So we've got the euro dollar testing model. So we're testing open prices only. This is because the EA uses open prices for the entry and exit criteria. Just bear in mind, this is quite a rough form of testing. So whilst it's a lot faster and is a good way to sort of narrow down the settings, it's not as accurate as every tick. So once I found some good settings, I would always want to confirm them with every tick testing, because that uses intrabar prices, which is important when it comes to things like, say, stop loss, take profit, trailing stop, break even, which can all be impacted intrabar, something that open prices only wouldn't always account for. Okay, so use date. So we'll just do the past year here. The periods, this is the time frame. 1 hour chart, I prefer the 1 hour charts and above, higher chart time frame, simply because they contain more price data, and therefore I find they tend to be much more reliable. Spread, we can use the current market spread. Just bear in mind, if you are testing on the weekend, the spread may be higher than usual, so you might want to enter something perhaps more realistic there. So go expert properties. Okay, these are the inputs that can be optimized. So if we have used trading set to true, we'll optimize, we'll trade long and short all days. We'll go for all hours. So open orders limit 1, lot size, just leave. We can put that 1 standard lot. Here you can choose the balance you want to test with. So we just say 10,000 US dollars there, long and short. Genetic algorithm, basically this is, it makes testing a lot faster. If you have this unchecked, the strategy tester will do every possible combination that you select, which can take a long time. If you have it checked, it will just throw away the results that it deems will not be good enough. Can improve the speed quite significantly if you're back testing. So going back to the input settings, so one standard lot, the stop loss will optimize, let's say 25 pips, up 25 pips and stop at 50. So this will optimize the stop loss of 25 pips and 50 pips because we've started at 25, gone up to 50 in 25 steps. So take profit. For this one, let's say start at 100, go up at 100 and stop at 300. So this will optimize a stop loss of 100 pips, 200 pips, and 300 pips. Okay, close opposite, we can do that true or false. Break even, true or false. So we'll break even, let's say test 25, 25, 50. The trailing gap as well, let's do that 25, 25, 50. For the close percent, we can say close 0, 25 and stop at 75. And for the minimum lot to close, let's just say 0.5. Now let's say 0.25 there because we are trading one standard lot. And we'll stop at 1.25, in which instance nothing will be closed. So we can optimize if we want to take a reversal or breakout. Time frame, we'll just use the current time frame. And for the period, let's say start at 5. And we'll go up to, what should we go up to? Should we say 40? Okay, so there, all the things we've selected there. This is a very rough optimization, by the way, but just so you get an idea of how it works. Those are all the settings that we're going to optimize. Everything that's got a check there. You can save and load settings from using these buttons here. Go on optimization. So if you want to filter results, you only want results that fit within this criteria. You just select a certain criteria and enter the amount, the value, for example, maximal drawdown 70. If you have that checked, you won't get any results that have a drawdown higher than 70. I leave these all unchecked just because I like to see results good and bad, just to get a feel for what works and what doesn't. Bearing in mind, back testing is never going to be 100% accurate. Okay, just because you cannot account for things like slippage, commissions not always included unless implementing third-party software. You know, there are certain things that back testing cannot account for. So, of course, back testing is no guarantee of what will happen moving forward. So once we've selected all the settings we want to optimize, just click the optimization tab and hit start. Okay, so as I said, this is the past year. Now what happened is the strategy tester will run through all the various different settings here. We go in the optimization window where it says optimization results, and we can see the different results using the various stop loss, take profit, and everything else that we had optimized. And you can sort these by profit, number of trades, the profit factor, expected payoff, and drawdown in monetary or percentage value. So this is going quite quick. As I said, open prices only. The speed will depend on the performance of your machine. You can always use a VPS as well and run your tests there. We just sort by profit again. We're getting some decent results coming through. We'll just let that play out. There you go. So that's finished. If we go in the results, sort by profit, and we can see what the various combinations of results produced. Okay. And if we just click any of them, so let's click this first one here. If you double click it, what that will do, it will uncheck the optimization tab, and it will also enter the settings here into the inputs. Okay. And you can just save them if you want there. Perhaps you're going to save it as a Euro-Dollar 1 hour test, and you can load at a later date. So we double clicked, it's loaded the settings, and then we hit start, and it will run that individual test, which you can see there. Okay, which is not terrible. It's a decent looking graph. Statistically, you know, 8K profit, not bad at all. 35% drawdown, quite high, but you can of course lower the lot size to account for that. And plenty of trades, so over 400 trades gives us a good data set. However, what we've just done then is what's called over optimization or curve fitting, which is basically throwing as many different combinations of settings together as possible and seeing what works. Problem with that is you can end up over optimizing for the historical data set that you're using without there actually being any sort of perhaps real logic behind the combination. Okay, so just to reiterate that point, if we go back another year and run the same settings that produce this decent looking graph, if we go back and do it for the previous year and hit start, okay, it's not terrible, but we can probably pinpoint where we did our optimization. It was around here somewhere, was it, when the graph really started to go up. Okay, you can see here it wasn't terrible. So let's perhaps go back another year and run it again, and there you go. So you can see that that's almost bang on where we did the second run, whereas before there you can see we've just, the results aren't as good, is because it's this data that we've optimized for. Okay, so you can end up with unrealistic expectations. Of course, market conditions do change as well. Some may argue, well, just hit optimization again and run another optimization and just optimize over more data and keep going back and back and back. The problem is, even if you optimize over, say, 20 years of high quality tick data, you account for commission slippage, etc., you still run the risk of curve fitting and just, throwing enough unit water at the wall and hoping some of it sticks. Don't get me wrong, you will eventually stumble across something that there is logic behind it, and that will stand out. But when you're trading with automated systems, they can account for things which the human eye can perhaps see. Like, for example, if I just put this channel back to the value that it was, if you were trading Donchian Channel reversals and you seen this situation happen here, you would have exited way before the opposite signal there. And in fact, you probably would have had these, let's just draw, you probably would have had that support line perhaps there. You can see this M pattern breakout below there. This support then becomes resistance. You also have the lower highs here. You've got a nice triangle pattern here and the wedge breakout to the downside. So you would have been looking to take a short trade, if anything, and perhaps had the Donchian Channels EA set of breakouts, and you would have got on this breakout here. So you'd need to, be amending the EA and your money management according to the market conditions. And as you've seen price fall down, you'd want to be putting your stop loss above the recent highs and just try to lock in as much profit as possible. So as I said at the start of the video, semi-automated trading tends to be more favorable. If you don't have the time or the knowledge, perhaps at least just get alerts and decide for yourself. So we've optimized over more data. Let's just double click the top one, hit run. Okay, it's not the worst, not the best, but it did make a decent amount of profit. Slightly higher drawdown, but again, that can be reduced by adjusting the risk or lot size. You can optimize as many settings as you like, different time frames, and do as you please with the EA. As I said, you can of course do hours, days, anything. Perhaps you might have a moving average on your chart and you're just looking to enter into a certain move. Let's just say, let's have a look back here and see this nice upwards move here. You could have been looking at this W pattern, you saw the breakout there, you've seen the price making these higher highs here, wedge pattern, breakout to the upside. And once you saw this breakout, you may say, okay, I want to get in long, but I'm going to wait for a pullback. So in this instance, you could have set the Donchian channels to reversal trades. And then that once it reverses to the lower channel here, you're going to look to buy into this uptrend. So with a bit of effort, you can get the best out of the EA. Okay, well, hopefully you found something useful in this video. Please, as I said, help yourself to it using the link below. Thanks for watching.